fears keep us in a frozen state. The word fear is pahad in Hebrew. But when you take the letters Pei, Chet, and Dalet for pahad, you switch them around, you have the word dahaf, which means a sort of pull towards. It's a jumping towards. It's an initiating towards. It's being driven towards something. When I say I have a dahaf, it means that I'm being pulled towards something. So when we talk about fear, we want to understand that the whole purpose of fear and the energy of fear, we said, remember, everything is parv in life. Everything is neutral. And Hashem put different energies in the world that we interpret as being bad, but nothing really is bad. Anything that's we assume or interpret to be bad, really all it is it causes us to be pushed to do something. So then pahad, fear, should dochef, should pull us, should drive us to do something. And that's really the reason why Hashem invites these things as opportunities for us to recognize that we need to make changes. And the change in fear is that I need to recognize that I'm not seeing Hashem as being the underlying only force of protection and of decisiveness and of guidance in my life. Whenever I fear anything else but God, it means I have made for myself another God. So hence the commandment, Al ta'aseh lecha elokim acharim, don't make for yourself other gods. What does that mean? It means that anytime you're afraid of something other than God, and when we talk about fear of God, we're not really talking about a fear, we're talking about an awe. We're talking about a reverence, an awesomeness, a respect of the greatness of our Creator. So whenever we're talking about the idea of having a fear, we should be driven towards asking ourselves where we are in terms of our Emuna, where we are in terms of our ability to have a relationship, a close relationship with God. In doing that, we also need to recognize that fear comes along to teach us the benefit of having fears as a whole, teaches us to be weary, to be cautious, to not be impulsive, not to be so instinctive. Oh, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Fear says, hey, wait a minute, restrain, think, be more conservative, think about whether or not this is right for you. So there's a lot of positiveness to fears. The problem is when fear becomes causes us to be stagnant. Remember, we are all a composite of many, many generations, many thousands of years of consciousness that we don't really know how to pinpoint and recognize that that's the software program that we're running, that is running in our software system called the subconscious mind. So I want to say that one of the biggest fears that we have is fear of seeing ourselves, fear of facing ourselves, fear of seeing the gook, the yucky, the, ooh, I don't want to see that in me, pieces of myself. I don't want to see the immorality. I don't want to see the unethical behavior, thoughts, desires. We all want to see a whole, squeaky, clean me. But we can't live in that reality of hiding behind the wanting to be that squeaky person. Yes, we all have to work towards that. We have to recognize that we are here to work. We are here to correct those fragmented, not so clean and blemished pieces of self that we have brought in, again, maybe due to family tree consciousness, maybe aunts and uncles and grandmothers and grandfathers, they weren't able to complete their job and they left it over for us. We are their children. The word for children in Hebrew is banim. Children, banim, sons, but also we refer to banim as also banot. They were both from the same root and gate of bet and nun. And bet and nun also share the same two letters as the word binyan, a building. The connection between children and building is that we as children of our ancestors, we are here to build what they have not completed in their building. What are we building? We're building consciousness. We're building refined character traits. We're building the continuous journey of trying to perfect the imperfections that they haven't had a chance to maybe perfect in their lifetime.